Shalom, Kol Halol, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rachak Wadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who have taught us all this truth in the spirit and the power of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. I'm Shaquat, and I'm back here with another lesson, Lord willing, is edifying to the hopeful elect. Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakathum, to you sincere Akim Walkwathu, and a sincere Shalom unto you brothers that are out here pushing this truth down the highways and the byways, and through the YouTube lessons, man. Shalom to you all. Lord willing, this lesson be edifying and exhorting to the elect. All right, so without further ado, we're gonna get into it. As you see by the title, the Lord already warned us not to trust these devils. The Lord already warned us not to trust these devils. Okay, and when you go into the definition of that word, devil, it literally means deceiver. Deceiver, one that is deceptive. Okay, and actually we'll go there. So like I know it's screen bugged out for y'all, but we'll just read it like this, and I'm gonna turn it back. A deceiver is someone who deliberately misleads others using false statements. Let me just flip it, fuck it. A deceiver is someone who deliberately misleads others using false statements or convincing tricks to hide the truth for personal gain. So they deliberately mislead others. All right. The term frequently refers to a fraudster or a cheat, and can also serve as a classic religious title for the devil or Satan. Okay, so the Lord has already told us not to trust these devils, but yet our people constantly do it time and time again. So I want to go over here to the book of Micah. I'm going to deal with this first. And before I read it, I kind of explain the situation briefly, what gave me the inspiration through the Spirit of the Lord to do this lesson. Okay. We'll even get it over here. Hey, read Sirach 19 in the GNT. Boy, yeah, that's a hell of a chapter, man. Let me see. All right, so basically the context for this comes from a situation that happened to my father. It wasn't nothing super crazy, but it had like a situation, and he's friends with Edomites and things of that sort. And basically, an Edomite told him he would help him and stuff like that. And it was a lot of ins and outs to that situation. But when the situation came up, talking point came up, the Edomite in his face, and I seen it because I was there. Acted like he didn't know what the hell he was talking about concerning the help. And acting like he was acting brand new and etc. So I actually went to the book of Sirach, the 12th chapter, and I sent him that whole lengthy part starting at verse 10 to the end of the chapter. And he seen it. He ain't say nothing, though. But hey, you ain't got to say nothing. Jake know we right. But stop trusting your fucking enemy. I've been told you that. The Lord told us this already. Okay? So it shouldn't shock you when Esau does what Esau do. Why does it shock you that an Edomite betrays you? When the fuck have they not? These devils literally set up over 500 treaties with the Gadites and broke every single one. They didn't uphold not a single treaty. So what the fuck? Like this is already known in history. How many agreements, peace deals did they come to with Iran? And then when they came to the agreements or was in the talks, they bombed Iran unawares. Like, what are we talking about? So why is this a surprise? I don't get it. Why? They're very cunning and deceptive. All right. So stop trusting these devils. And I ain't giving too much detail about the situation, but that's the point. I ain't gonna go too far into detail. And then also the Floyd Mayweather situation. This nigga bankrupt now. The nigga's bankrupt because he trusted in the small hat. And not only did he even just trust in the small hat, say it wasn't a small hat. The nigga track record was still horrendous. He still had a horrendous track record whether he was a small hat or not. And he still trusted in that nigga. And now look at him. Now he got to go fight Manny Pacquiao again so he can get some bread. And he might lose. He might just lose. Who knows? But, yeah. And that nigga was the #1 supporter of the small hats. He actually won a world title award for it. I saw it on the brother Dawad's lesson. His channel is GMS Kingdom Come Ga. Baba Kasha subscribes to that brother. But man, I'm like, that shit is crazy. Man, that top support for these fucking small hats. Now he got betrayed by him, looking stupid as hell. That's what you get. Stop trusting in the enemy. They are not your friends. They were the chief. They are our chief enemies. And they were the chief enemies that consulted to cut us off as a nation. Read Psalms 83. They were even mentioned twice. That's how bad they are. So you can't make this shit up. So Micah 7:5. Trust ye not in a friend. Put ye not confidence in a guide. Keep the doors of thy mouth from her that lieth in thy bosom. When you come over here to the GNT, don't believe your neighbor or trust your friend. Be careful what you say even to your wife. Okay, I'm just going to say wife because it doesn't, husband is not mentioned in the KJV as you clearly see, because this is a message for men and how to conduct themselves. Not for women not to trust their husbands. So no, don't take that part. Don't that GNT going off on that. That's why I just skipped over it. All right. But you're not supposed to trust your friend. You're not even supposed to trust fellow kinsmen. You're not supposed to trust even your wife. But yet you're going to go around and you're going to trust the devil? That how retarded is that? We've gotten advice not to even trust our own kin, not to even trust our wife, who's supposed to be the one to hold us down the most. Of course, behind Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. But yet you're going to trust the devil, who's literally meant to to keep us down as a nation. That, like, how retarded can you be? How retarded can you be? It's really stupid. And I actually have pulled up over here the book of Sirach. What's that, 7? Oh, that's 6, starting at 7. No pun intended. You know how y'all like to be. Let's get that, though. Sirach 6 and 7. If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him. So don't be hasty to credit a friend. For some man is a friend for his own occasion, and will not abide in the day of thy trouble. So you not, hey, when you even get a friend, you're supposed to prove him first. So you shouldn't be quick to trust people. Don't be quick to trust. That's the point. Do not be quick to trust. You understand? It says, and there is a friend who being turned to enmity and strife will devour thy reproach. Again, some friend is a companion at the table and will not continue in the day of thy affliction, but in thy prosperity he will be as thyself, and will be bold over thy servant. If thou be brought low, he will be against thee, and will hide himself from thy face. Separate thy, and I don't have to break none of this down, it's breaking it down itself. Separate thyself from thine enemies, and take heed of thy friends. Now that's the point. Well, now let's leave it there. So you got to even prove a friend. And I was just reading back here in the 19th chapter last night, right before I went to sleep. Where was it at? Let me see if I can find that verse. Matter of fact, I could just do this, 'cause I know I put it in the notes. So let me do this. Here it is. The Wadi Shai. Ecclesiasticus 19:4. He that is hasty to give credit is light-minded, and he that sinneth shall offend against his own soul. So don't be hasty to just give credit to people. Meaning, don't be hasty to trust people. Don't be quick to just throw your trust in people, because that could be to your own detriment. And that could really hurt you. They could really harm you, especially if you're putting trust in a woman. Goddamn me. That could really hurt you very badly. So it's right here in the scriptures, man. You cannot make the Lord up. All right, you cannot make the Lord up. So we're going to go to the 12th chapter. You know, it's not going to be a long lesson. Ecclesiasticus 12:10. Never trust thine enemy. Never. Don't do it. Don't. I think I had something else here. Let me see. Yeah, I get that later. Never trust thine enemy. Don't ever trust him. It didn't say sometimes don't trust your enemy. No, never do it. And who is our chief enemy? Esau Edom, the so-called self-proclaimed white man as of 1681. So he's so much of an enemy to us. He was named first in Psalm 83 and twice in Psalm 83. That's how much of an enemy this nigga is to us. He got a perpetual hatred against us, as the scriptures tell us. He loved to shed that blood of our people. He wants to take the birthright back, etc. This nigga hates us. So why would you trust a man that hates you? If I hate somebody, it will behoove you not to trust me. If I hate your bitch ass, don't trust me, nigga. I hate you. So why would you trust me when I want to see you fall? You shit, don't trust. Edomite better never trust me. Nigga, I want to see you fall, bitch. Don't trust me, nigga. Shit. We your enemies too. So, nigga, you shouldn't trust us neither, nigga, because I'm a slime your bitch ass. Fuck a Edomite. Of course, I'm going to be righteous. I ain't going to do no wicked shit, you know, but you get the point I'm saying. Never trust your enemy. Don't Edomites should trust a Jake. Don't trust me, nigga. Shit. Do some bullshit and think I'm going to keep the secret. Fuck, nigga. Fuck you. Don't trust me. You know what I'm saying? If you an Edomite, fucking wicked ass nigga. I hate Esau, man. So why the hell does Jake trust them? I don't get it. They ain't did nothing but transgress us. Hell, Cristobal Colon, which is his real name, but what people know him as is Christopher Columbus, came over to the Americas, was guided by 2nd Esdras, the 13th chapter, when the Northern Kingdom and even parts of the Southern Kingdom most of the Northern Kingdom and some of the Southern Kingdom came over to the Americas after the Assyrian captivity. He used 2nd Esdras 13, do your research, to guide him over here. He believed that it was already people here, that the Israelites were here. He knew we was here already. All right, he knew that. Okay, and then he got over here. He saw the Gadites and all the you know, the Northern Kingdom tribes, the 10 tribes. And what did he say to him? What did he say about him? He said, man, they're so naive and they're so kind and, you know, gentle. They'll make perfect slaves. That's what that nigga said, roughly paraphrasing. He said they will make perfect slaves because of how welcoming and how generous and how compassionate our people are. He said, you know what? They'll make good slaves. So he took advantage of that. And you still trust this bitch ass nigga. It don't make any sense, man. No, none at all. Verse 10, let's read again. Never trust thine enemy, for like his iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Meaning, you could cover up the rust on iron all you want with spray paint, whatever. Eventually, the rust is going to show forth. So just like the so-called white man, he could cover up his evil, or he could change his countenance and all that stuff. But eventually, the nigga's wickedness is going to show forth. And I'm going to pause here. We're going to go back to chapter 19. Let me do this. Let me go to the notes. We're going to go back to chapter 19. We're going to pause there because eventually the nigga's true nature will show forth. All right. This is Ecclesiasticus 19:28. And if for want of power, he will be hindered from sinning. Yet when he findeth opportunity, he will do evil. He will do it. He will. All right. And matter of fact, let's get this in the GNT. Where was that starting at? So I want to get that. Oh, this is lovely. Hold on, Salakia. Starting at 25. Let's get that in the GNT. Sirach 19:25. But Salaki, it is possible to be marvelously clever. Goddamn, Salakia. Sirach 1925 in the GNT. It is possible to be marvelously clever and still be dishonest, or to get what you want by being absurdly polite. That's what Esau would do. His words were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. Ain't that what it say in Psalm? And many other scriptures go into that. This nigga, he can be extremely kind, absurdly polite, as it said, but yeah, he want to fuck you up. Whole time he want to fuck your ass up. The scriptures never lie, Chico. They never lie. Right? It says, then there are those, and that's why the scriptures say he has a mouth. He has a mouth as a dragon, speaking great things. It says, then there are those wicked people who go about looking for very solemn or mournful. It's like it, going about looking very solemn and mournful, but who are only trying to deceive you. When you get that over here, there is a wicked man that hangeth down his head sadly, but inwardly he is full of deceit. So there are individuals that, like Esau, will act all humble and shit, act like they real humble, down to earth, genuine. But whole time they trying to snake your ass. That's literally what happened to the Floyd Mayweather nigga. That nigga who slimed his ass built a relationship with him, had it to where Floyd trusted him, act like he was really down to earth, and then snaked his ass. Well, he was snaking his ass over time while gaining Floyd's trust. Stupid, man. Just trying to deceive you. They will turn their faces away and pretend not to hear you, but they'll take advantage of you when you least expect it. So when you least expect it, they're going to take advantage of you. If for some reason they are unable to sin now, they'll get around to it at the first opportunity. All right? At the first opportunity, they will get around to it. You understand? So, hey, man, the nigga, like the scripture said, Sirach 12 and 10, what we just read, like it's iron rusteth, because you could cover up the rust, but eventually the rust is going to show forth again. It's going to come to the surface again. It's going to resurface. So just like this devil, he's naturally wicked. He can hide his wickedness, but only for a moment. Eventually, the nigga's wickedness is going to show forth. Eventually, the nigga going to have to do evil. That's him. That's what he was created to do. Hell, they went estranged from the womb. So why I'm still trying to figure out why Jake be surprised over this shit. So let's go back to the 12th chapter. We're going to go to verse 11. It says, though he humble himself, ain't that what we were just getting into? Though he humble himself, we just was talking about that, and go crouching, yet take good heed, and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. So even though the nigga be coming on the humble, like it said in Sirach 19, that nigga just trying to snake your ass, man. He just trying to snake your ass. Set him not by thee, meaning don't make him a friend, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. So don't let that nigga, don't befriend that nigga, because when that nigga get the chance, he gonna take your spot. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words, and be pricked therewith. All right, be pricked therewith. All right, when you get this let's go here. I didn't even do this. Slack it. I'm going to read this here. So we read these next two verses in the GNT. Nobody feels sorry for snake charmers or wild animal tamers who get bitten. And is not Esau considered a snake? All throughout the scriptures, he's called a dragon. A dragon is a snake. That's a type of reptile. All right? And basically a damn snake with legs. He gets called, a dragon. Shit, that's it. Shit, the serpent. When you go to Genesis concerning the sons of the wicked, which eventually trickled down to Esau, he was called a serpent. Hell, it says it in even Revelation. It says that old serpent, it says in Revelation 12 and 9. It says in Revelation 20, that old serpent called the devil and Satan. So is he not considered a snake? So it says, hey, when you get bitten, nobody gonna feel sorry for you. So Floyd, nobody feels sorry for you. Now my father's situation it's not nowhere near the level of this nigga Floyd. But even then, I'll be telling him, bro, I told you stop trusting these fuck niggas. So I've been surprised when they don't come through. But for Floyd, oh my goodness, nobody feels sorry for your dumb ass. Niggas was warning your whole ass. Nobody feels sorry for you, nigga. We don't feel sorry that you got bit by the snake. We told you would. Hell, let's pause here. We told you would, bitch ass nigga. Right here. 1 Peter 5 and 8. Be sober. Be vigilant. So be aware. Be conscious. Because your adversary, the devil, who is the Edomites, Esau Edom, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. Dumbass nigga, so you should have been sober and vigilant. This nigga always seeking whom he can devour. Always, at all times, he's seeking who's his next victim. At all times. Now going back over here, it says, and nobody will feel sorry for you if you run around with sinners. That's what you did, nigga. And get involved in their wrongdoing. So we don't feel sorry for your ass. You ran around with the damn devil, with the chiefest of the devil, a small hat, and the rest of the small hats, and now you got bit. We do not feel bad, champ. That's your fault. That's your fault. It says an enemy will stay with you for a while, but not when trouble comes. So they'll stay with you for a while, but when that trouble hit, them niggas gone. That's how it go. That reminds me of the hireling parable going into John the 10th chapter concerning Yahushua speaking about the parable of the keep of a good shepherd. He will speak fine words while he plots how to trap you. What I quoted earlier, the book of Psalm. His words are smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. He will pretend to share your sorrows. He gonna be real down to earth, acting like y'all have stuff in common. But he will kill you if he gets a chance. This is the facts about the devil. This is exactly what he did to our nation. How do you think he got power over our nation? Nigga didn't get power because he was man on man, mano y mano, that guy. No, he did it through deception. Salaki, I'm excited. He did it through deception. He deceived the Gadites. He deceived the Reubenites. He deceived all these other northern kingdom. He deceived southern kingdom. All through deception. All right? And nigga ain't strong. He did it through deception. And the Lord put the curses upon us heavy so we could fall to that deception. Because naturally we'd be like, nah, fuck that. But the Lord put a real heavy curse on us to where we will fall to that. That the curses had to play out. And it's been playing out for a long time. It's time for them bitches to get reversed, goddamn me. That's coming soon. If trouble comes your way, you will find him waiting, ready to trip you up while he pretends to help you. And that's what the devil will do. They'll trip your ass up and then act like they ain't do it and try to help you out. That's how this devil moves. He will be a different person then, rubbing his hands, nodding his head, and spreading rumors about you. So you cannot trust this devil. How many times does this have to be stated to you all before you fucking get it? Don't trust Esau Edom. Do not trust this devil. He's no good. He's no good at all. Don't trust the devil. That's the point. I do hope and pray that this lesson was edifying to the elect. I would like to close giving all praise, honor, and glory to our power, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rachak, Wadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who have taught us all this truth in the spirit and the power of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. And until next time, Abba Babal, Kwame Asharala, Gadol Abadium, Lababal Hagadol, Yahweh Mahar, Wahabathum. And until next time, I would like to say unto you all, Shalom. When you're indeed one day closer to the kingdom, keep the faith. Shalom.